Okay, if you want to sell online courses and digital products and you've got a relatively small audience, this video is for you because I'm going to walk you through how in 2024 I managed to sell 870 courses with a really small audience. And just to give some context to what I mean by a small audience, my Instagram followers are around 6,000. My email list is about 4,000. I've got 5,000 on Facebook, about 6,500 on LinkedIn. I also do engage on TikTok and Pinterest and do some other platforms. So I've got quite a diverse content strategy. But in the grand scheme of, online coaching and, the online course industry, I've got a pretty small audience. And I've been selling courses like this for the last 3 years. So I'm going to walk you through some of the things that I do and some of the things that I don't do to help me sell courses so that you can take some notes from this video and go and use those notes to sell out your own courses. Okay. So this video is really going to help you if you've just built your first course and you're now scratching your head thinking, okay, well, I've built the course. How on earth am I going to sell it? Or maybe you've got a number of courses and you're struggling to really get the numbers that you want. Maybe you're trying to like travel the world and build a location independent business. Maybe you just want to make some passive income on the side to supplement your salary if you're in a paid role, or maybe you're growing a coaching business and to supplement your high ticket coaching, you want to build out some lower ticket courses to prime your audience, show them what you're all about and get them ready for your high ticket. That's a great strategy, by the way. This video is really going to help you. I'm going to walk through, first of all, some of the things that I definitely didn't do to sell those 870 courses. And then I'm going to give you three really powerful things that I do that are very different to what I hear other people teaching, right? So there's lots of people out there teaching you how to build and sell a course, but I don't hear anybody sharing it the way that I do it. You definitely are going to want to go grab a notepad for this. And if you want more videos about sales funnels and selling courses online, making money online, building and scaling a coaching business, all the way up to like 6 figures, 7 figures and beyond, then give my channel a like, give it a subscribe, come and hang out with me. I share 2 videos a week, one that is part of my podcast, Becoming an Online Sales Queen, and one that is more like this one, a little sort of tips and tutorial video, okay? But it's always about sales. It's always about building an education business, a coaching business. And I would love to have you join my community. So if this is the first time that you found me, hi. And if you've been here a while, welcome back. So let's get into it. How did I sell 870 courses with a small audience? Okay, so I've got a couple of notes just to help me. Some of the things that I didn't do to sort of kick us off with this topic is I didn't post for hours and hours on social media. I didn't sit creating endless reels, endless carousels. This is not a content only strategy. It's not a case of build the course and then flood social media with 3 posts a day until your audience give in and buy your course, right? Like that's exhausting. That will send you into burnout. It will make you start to hate social media. And some of you might have even arrived at that point already. I certainly have a lot of conversations with women like you in my DMs who are like, Rachel, this content hamster wheel is driving me nuts. Because somewhere in your content, you may have the odd viral reel, you may have the odd post that absolutely pops off. But in the main, like an Instagram post lasts for about 2 or 3 days and then it's gone. Like it's a constant engine that you've got to feed. So my strategy for sharing, how I sold these 870 courses is not just create loads of content and if it doesn't work, create more content, right? That is definitely not what I did. I didn't work 12-hour days. Yeah, 870 courses is a lot, but I didn't work 12-hour days. I have some days in the week that I completely take off. I take off Fridays. I take off all of my son's like assemblies, and like little pantomimes and things that he's in. I go to watch him play football after school. Like I'm very engaged as a mum in my family, so I am not a slave to social media and I'm not a slave to sitting at my desk all day, every day, right? So there are no 12-hour days required to do this. And I certainly have never pulled an all-nighter, to like get it done. This is not about working hard This is about working smart, okay? Now, if you follow me for a while, you will know that I teach a strategy called the Lazy Girl Sales Strategy. I will link it below this video for you. It is the easiest way to sell anything online, guaranteed. Takes about 90 minutes to set up. So if you know all about Lazy Girl Strategy, you will know. And if you don't know, you need to get to know, right? So I'll pop the link below. Go and check out Lazy Girl Sales Strategy. I know that you will love it. But I didn't want to just make this video all about, go and follow the Lazy Girl Strategy. I wanted to actually walk you through the things that I did personally, the things that I did. Okay. So didn't work 12-hour days, didn't pull an all-nighter. I didn't cry with frustration that my course wasn't selling and my content wasn't popping off and my sales funnel wasn't converting. I didn't get into any stress or frustration. I just kept taking the action that I'm about to share with you. And the last thing that I hear you guys say all the time is, that's it, I'm giving up. Sales is not working for me. It's just not my skill set. I'm just not good at this. Nowhere in my journey of selling 870 courses online, and when I say courses, I mean like digital products and template bundles and as well as educational courses. Yeah. So I mean kind of like all of it. Nowhere did I vow I was giving up. Nowhere did I say this isn't working. I just found the motivation to keep going because I knew that if I could try different strategies and different ways, not only was that going to lead me to success, but it was also going to give me content for videos like this. Yeah, it means that I can share with you the ups, the downs, the mistakes, the pitfalls, and also the strategies that work. Okay. You will probably already know about me. I will always take the simple route. I will always give you the step by step, the walkthrough, because who wants to work hard, girls? Like, we just want to work smart, don't we? So let me tell you the things that I did. There's 3 powerful things that I did. The first thing that I did that I absolutely recommend for you was before I took action, I got strategic. I got into the detail of the strategy. Okay. Now, what that's going to involve is you being able to answer a few of these questions. What is the right course for right now? Yeah, so like you've got to create a course that's desirable, that's in demand, that solves an urgent, high value problem. So, what is the right course for right now? Yeah, like have you been asking your audience questions, putting polls and stickers in stories, doing market research, that sort of thing? Because you could go off and create an amazing course, but it just might not be the right time for it. It might not be that it is desirable right now. Okay. So make sure that you are creating the right course. Now, all the sort of other questions that fit underneath that question of, well, how will I even know that it's the right course is it the right time? Like, what is relevant right now? What are you hearing from your audience that gives you that real certainty that this is a problem that they are struggling with right now and they need a solution? They're craving a solution. They want it so badly because the problem is leading to these impacts. Yeah. So you need to know, where are your audience at? What are they struggling with? Why are they struggling with it? How does that struggle show up in their life? Yeah, so that's like your pain points. How does having that problem really manifest in their day? Yeah, like I always talk to my clients about doing a day in the life of your ideal client. Like when they wake up, what do they think about? Where do they go? What do they do? How are they feeling? Where do they work? Do they commute? Like just picture your ideal client walking through their entire day and be asking yourself at each step of that day, how are they feeling? What's on their mind? What's making them excited? What's making them pissed off? Yeah, like really get into the detail of your ideal client because that's going to help you to know, what are they struggling with? So, what problem is your course going to solve? What result is your course going to create? Okay, so all part of you saying, well, this is definitely the right course for right now, means it's got to be a relevant problem that's causing some pain, that's causing some frustration, that makes it urgent. Yeah, and if it's urgent, it will be investable. Okay, because a course that's just a nice to have won't get bought. Yeah, your audience won't buy a course that's a nice to have. They want to buy a course that's going to solve an immediate problem that feels really urgent for them. Okay, so that's all part of like developing the right course, making sure that it is the right solution for the right person at the right time. Okay, that is so, so important. You have to get into the strategy of that before you can create and sell your course. Okay, so the right course for the right person at the right time, solving the right problem, giving the right solution, and then the final bit, at the right price. Now, I would normally be a big fan of you selling your course at the highest possible price because I want to get you paid, right? I want you to get paid for all of your genius and all of your expertise. However, as well as that, I also know that one of the best strategies for selling out your course is selling value. Being able to value stack a suite of bonuses and everything that's included inside your course so that your course becomes a no-brainer. Okay, so there's kind of two parts to it being a no-brainer. The first part of it is that it solves an urgent high value problem. The second part of it is that you stack the value so high that your audience cannot bear to not buy the course. It creates such a desire because maybe on your course sales page, you're like, you get this and you get this and you get this and you get this. Oh, and when you buy today, you get this bonus. Oh, and anyone that's in by Friday gets this fast action bonus. All of those bonuses stack up together to create compelling sales copy. Okay. So that's the first thing I want you to do when you're planning your course and you're planning your sales campaign for your course is get strategic, get into the detail of the strategy. Okay. The second of the 3 points that I want to share with you today is I want you to build what I call an aligned sales funnel. An aligned sales funnel means that your lead magnet and your offer are a perfect fit. Now, one of my best ever sales funnels, I'll talk you through like what the components were so that you can see what I mean by an ideal offer lead magnet fit, right? So the lead magnet was a script whereby I'd used that script. So it's a real life script with screenshots of my DMs and everything, a real life script of the way that I signed £17,000 worth of coaching in a weekend in my DMs. Okay. So I called it the 17K DM script. That was the free lead magnet. It was a PDF. It was really juicy. It was the exact script. It included screenshots. It was great. Everybody wanted it. Now, that was the lead magnet, and the fit with the offer, the full offer was called How to Sell in the DMs with Ease Not Sleaze. See what I did there? I love a bit of rhyming. So the offer being How to Sell in the DMs with Ease Not Sleaze was the full strategy, the full step-by-step, everything that you need to know about selling in the DMs, how to drive more DM inquiries into your DM inbox, how to respond to those inquiries, how to do inbound and outbound DMs, the mistakes that people make, more scripts, like how to handle like sales objections in the DMs, how to do voice notes, how to do automated DMs. So the full course gave you everything. And the fit, therefore, the alignment, the fit is that the lead magnet was one script, the course was the full thing. Yeah. So you could say, the lead magnet was like a little taster. It was like the starter, and the course was the main meal. Well, it was actually the all-you-can-eat buffet. Yeah. So you've got the little taster, and then you've got the all-you-can-eat version. Now, when your lead magnet is a great taster or a great little sort of like toe in the water for your audience, just to test out your work, just to see what sort of thing you package up in a free lead magnet, when that is super juicy and gives them a great result, because, somebody could have taken that script and literally used it to sell £17,000 worth of coaching in the DMs. So it was really, really valuable, although it was free, but it also led to something that was even more valuable that I sold for £47. So it wasn't a huge high price point and it was value packed. Okay. So that's what I mean by the fit of your lead magnet in your funnel and your offer. What I see is too many people building a sales funnel where the lead magnet and the offer are slightly misaligned. So there isn't a natural desire that's created from the lead magnet, okay? You will know that your lead magnet and your offer are a good fit because your funnel will pop off. Yeah, you will get much higher email open rates, much higher conversion rates. It will mean that your funnel actually converts from free into paying client literally within a matter of hours. Yeah, a matter of hours, I see this happen. Okay. And this is where, you'll see people saying, oh, I wake up to sales notifications, I wake up to Stripe pings. It's because they've got free lead magnets out there that instantly convert a sale. And the way that they should instantly convert the sale is because the fit between the lead magnet and the offer is perfect. Okay. The lead magnet solves a quick win. Yeah. Gives a quick win, a quick solution. The offer gives the much bigger solution. Okay. So little small taster, big all you can eat buffet. Yeah. That's what you need to remember. So have a think about your lead magnets. What do they sell? How quickly do they sell it? Are they selling it on the thank you page? Or has the person got to wait for like 10 value emails before you start selling? I'm a big fan of selling the minute they dive into the lead magnet. Literally, like straight away, as in on the thank you page and in email one. Because, right, if you're building your lead magnet to solve a problem, the person who downloads your lead magnet is in the feeling, is in the energy of the problem. Why would you want to wait to give them the all you can eat solution for like 10 days? They're going to cool off. They're going to forget that you even exist. They're going to forget that they had that real burning desire to get a solution and they downloaded your lead magnet. So sell immediately. Don't wait too long, okay? This is something I teach in a lot of my funnel building programs. And one thing I would love to share with you today is I've got a training which walks through how my sales funnels created £212,000 worth of sales. Yeah, like it seems crazy that they even did generate that amount of money in such a short space of time. But I created a training where I walked you through the funnel designs, what the opt-in pages look like, what the thank you pages look like, what the email sequence actually said. And so that training is going to give you a little bit more context around what I've just said about, sell the minute that they download the lead magnet. Don't wait, do it straight away. Okay. And I'll walk you all through it. I want to move on to my third point. So rather than like go into the detail now, like check below this video, I will give you the link to my how I sold 212K through sales funnels. Yeah. Because that's all about selling courses and digital products. I will link it below this video for you. Okay. So just to recap, the first thing I shared with you was you need to get strategic. If you want to sell a lot of online courses and you've got a small audience and you want to literally like blow up your online course, you've got to get strategic before you start creating. The second thing is you've got to have a really tight alignment between your lead magnet and your offer. Okay. The third and final thing that I want to share with you today is the way that I do it differently to everybody else, right? And I know that I do it differently to everybody else because so many people have reflected that back to me and said, oh, no one's ever taught it to me like that before. I've heard people talk about, how to make money on sales funnels, how to sell courses, how to, build automation and do it really easily so that your course sells out. And they always reflect back to me that my way is very different. And one of the big differences is what I just shared with you that is in that 212K masterclass is that I sell straight away. Not because I'm like money hungry, I do love making money and I know that you would love to make more money, but I sell instantly because that is the best service that I can give to my audience, to my community. For me to be of the most help to you as I possibly can, why would I hold back the thing from you that's going to solve your problem in the biggest, fastest way? Why would I give you a lead magnet to give you a small, quick win and then hold the big win away from you for 10 days? Yeah. So I'm not saying sell quickly just so that you can make money, although that is nice. I'm saying it because it is the highest level service that you can be to your audience to give them the most help possible. Okay. So that's one thing that I know that I do differently to everybody else. The other things that I do differently to everybody else is I have a very, very, very stripped back opt-in page design. Okay. So the reason I do this is because I've tested so many different opt-in page designs, and the ones that always perform the best, whether it is an opt-in for, it could be a live launch that you're running a 5-day challenge. It could be an opt-in for a PDF, guide, checklist, ebook. It could be an opt-in for a pre-recorded training. The opt-in pages that I've tested that always convert the best are the ones that are the barest, yeah, the most stripped back, the least amount of copy. But when I say the least amount, the words have to really, really hit the spot. Okay. And there is a real skill to messaging where you make it be the least amount of words for the highest amount of impact. Okay, that's what I call compelling copy, where your words, every word you share really makes an impact. That makes your copy very, very compelling. And the shorter and more succinct it is, the better. So I'm a big fan of a short, stripped back opt-in page. And again, I'll pop some resources below for you so that you can see some examples of what I mean when I say a very stripped back opt-in page. That's one way that I know I do things very differently to other people. And the final way that I know that I do things very, very differently to other people is the way that my funnels build trust. I believe, and I've been in lots of other people's funnels and I've seen this for myself. I know that the way that I teach you how to build a funnel, the way that I build my own, the way that is hyper successful is creating trust very, very, very quickly. And that is done through a mix of the messaging, the tone, the pitch, the pace, the way that you write, the way that you convey what you want to say, together with video material. So I will teach you like the right places in your funnel to add video and the right way to showcase that that video is present. So what I mean by that is, it might be a link, it might be, a link that looks like a link, or it might be a button that's hyperlinked. It could be a graphic that's hyperlinked. Where you introduce that video in your email makes a difference. All of those things really, really help to nurture and build trust very, very quickly. Now, the more that you build trust, the faster your sales funnel will convert your course. The faster that the person who's just downloaded your lead magnet is going to say to themselves, "Oh, I really love this. Like, this is super helpful. Like, this, PDF has given me, loads of great tips, but I know I want more. I know I'm ready for the video training. I know I'm ready for, the full course. I know I'm ready for the video series, whatever it is, right? So building trust in your sales funnel so that your courses sell out is vital. Because if you don't build fast trust, well, it means you're doing the opposite. You're building either slow trust, which is kind of like, well, why would you want to do that? Or you're not building trust at all. Okay. Now, yes, you want to be selling early in your sales funnel journey, but you can't sell without trust. You've got to put the trust in between the lead magnet and the offer. Okay. And that is always going to be like done the most quickly on video because video builds trust faster than words on a page. So think about with your own courses, with your own sales funnels, how can you leverage the power of video? How can you get your face on screen so that your audience can see the way that you communicate, the language you use, the training assets you use, the worksheets, whatever it is, that you're teaching. You want to be able to give your audience a real sense of how that's going to be inside the offer so that they can get a real flavor and a real taste of what that's going to be like for them. Couple that with some behind the scenes content. So here's what you're going to get inside the course, like a little video walkthrough. All of those things combined together is going to give you a very high conversion rate. And that's how I managed to sell 870 courses. It wasn't because I worked really, really hard, although I do work hard. It's not because the conversion rate was low and I had to get like thousands of people through. It was because I worked so hard on increasing the trust so that the conversion rate could be increased, and that's why I sold so many courses from a small audience, because the trust was so high. Okay, so I hope this video has been really helpful for you. I know I've given you a lot of information in a short space of time. And what I would really love is if you are ready to sell your course, ready to build out a sales funnel, ready to use automation to take your audience from social media into even a very simple sales funnel, I want you to watch that video that I've linked below for you, the 212K masterclass, because inside that video, I'm going to give you some very simple funnel templates. And I know that those templates are going to make you feel so much better about how easy it gets to be for you to build a sales funnel. So if you've been telling yourself, well, I want to sell my course, but sales funnels are too techy for me, like, could I really do that? Have I even got the platforms to do it? Then that 212K masterclass is going to walk you through the templates, the systems, the easiest way for you to get started with sales funnels. Okay, so go watch that video. Hope you enjoy it. Definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be sharing loads more videos to help you sell your coaching, sell your courses, make money through digital products, and do it in the easiest way possible. Okay, so I will see you for the next video.